All right, here we go. Wilson's Creek, maiden voyage. This is to see if I can get to the James. All right, 11:31 a.m. Monday, Labor Day. I got a feeling there's going to be some dragging, but won't know until we try it. All right, probably didn't hear a word I said. Here we go. Fishing poles are good. Life jacket. Rock and roll, baby. So far, so good. 25 feet. I'm hoping this is only a quarter-mile stretch. I'm trying to guesstimate the distance from satellite views and the Paddler's Guide to Missouri, all that information. Let's see how accurate we are. Probably should get a running start at this. Probably better take my poles down. Yeah, they may be low enough. Here we go. Nice. Just a little bit of scraping. Definitely a heavy kayak. Oh boy. Well, that didn't take long. I really wish people take better care of their rivers. Lots of trash, beer cans. That's just sad. It's unfortunate. Oh, I see some bait fish in here. Probably another drag spot. Looks pretty shallow. It's definitely a creek. Beautiful. Missouri has some beautiful waterways. What is that? Some kind of a drainage tube. That's not right. I'd say with a little bit of rain. Oh, yeah, I was afraid of that. There we go. I would say with a little bit of rain, this may not be a bad little access. I say that now. I probably should wait till I get to the James to make that final determination. Crystal clear water, though. I don't know if you can see. Much clearer than the James, as you would imagine, from a creek versus a river. There's some crows up there. I believe those are crows. You can see the stretch ahead. I'll sign off for now. Well, I'm basically where I pointed out earlier that I was going to. Not bad right here. The water's about a foot deep in places. Can't get your entire paddle in, but enough to get momentum. Hopefully it's like that all the way down. Just look at how beautiful this is. All by yourself, just God's gift. And we need to treat it as such, a gift, a privilege. Sorry, I don't mean to get all philosophical. It just bothers me when people don't take care of treasures like this that our parents and that generation and the generations before them took care of. They depended on it. Anyway, before I get too more philosophical, as you can see from the view ahead, looks like we've got about a 200, 300 yard stretch here. Looks to be hopefully navigable. Say that 3 times. Still seeing bait fish, seeing a couple of little fish a little bit bigger than just bait fish, which tells me the water's healthy. Anyway, as you can see, I'll sign off until I get down there towards the end. All right, I'm at the end there where I left you off last time. That little stretch wasn't too bad. I scraped a little bit, not too bad. I didn't have to get out. Let's see what we have up here. Looks like we've got a little bit of rushing water up around the bend. I don't know if you can see that in the video or not. Well, if that was deeper water, I'd be fishing that pretty hard, that tree down. Well, I forgot to mention, I'm in a Perception, a 2020 Perception Outlaw 11.5. As you could deduce from the name of the kayak, it's 11.5 feet long, 77 pounds. Kind of heavy, at least compared to what we've been kayaking. My wife got a Teton Pro Angler 12-footer. It's just 2 pounds lighter. This one is 35 inches wide. Hers is 33. Both quite stable on the water. I ended up buying a Perception Angler 10.5. Loved that kayak. Fished a lot out of it. Did a lot of upgrades to it. Making it my own. You know, customizing as one does. Adam, Kim's son, my stepson, he bought a I keep wanting to call it a sporty. It's the same thing I've got, but it's the 9.5 foot version. The one I bought is made specifically for Dick's Sporting Goods, from what I can tell. But nonetheless, he has that one. I think that one would traverse both that and my Angler 10.5. I think both of those would traverse this without probably hardly ever getting out. It looks like from up here, it's a good possibility I'll be getting out. Do a little dragging. But that's river work. That's how it goes, especially in the month of September, early September, late August, early September. Not a whole lot of rain lately. All right, looks like we can go to the right or straight ahead. I think we're pretty close to the river because I think I remember seeing this just shortly before it dumps into the James. So let's see what we've got here. Let's get a little momentum. All right. We're gonna go left for obvious reasons. That's interesting. This is a nice deep hole. I wonder if there's any fish here. Looks to be about 4 feet. I can see the bottom only because it's a creek and it's super clear. My wife said she read something about maybe some pathogens in this water, so I think I'll skip the fishing part for right now as I'm on a mission to get to the James. I found some really good fishing on the James. Oddly enough, I didn't anticipate that. I'd heard from a couple of people I met on the river that there were huge walleye, and I never really believed them until a good friend of mine, Eric, brought in one of the biggest fish I've ever seen in my life, which happened to be a walleye. I swear that thing was at least 28 inches long, probably. One of the bigger fish I've ever seen in my life, actually caught anyway. All right, well, didn't have to get out. Did what I call the river shuffle. Let's see what we have for us around the bend. Ah, beautiful flowers. All right, looks like we've got a little bend up here. I'm going to sign off for now. Be back in a bit. Well, I got to another bend where I had to drag it, but I'm going to scout this before I try and take the kayak. Actually, I think we're somewhat close to the James. I think this was the last leg of this little venture before it dumped into the James, so we'll see. This just makes me disgusted. Tires everywhere. You know, I say everywhere, I've seen about 5. It's actually a pretty good little drag. Got to keep those rods out of the trees. I'm going to go ahead and walk it. Signing off, I'll be back in a bit. All right, made it through that little thing, that little bend. Let's see what we have here. More trash, of course. What have we here? Interesting. All right, I think I'm pretty close. I'm going to sign off for a little bit. We have this little stretch here. I don't know, I'm wondering if that's where the James meets. We'll see. Be back in a bit. Little tiny waterfall looks like. Let's see if we can make it. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Doing the dance. Yeah, there we go. I believe that is the James. Let's see. All right, at the James. Gotta be. Awesome. Well, if I decide to publish this, I apologize for all the commentary and probably poor video quality or technique anyway. But my goal was, I live in Nixa, and I don't live very far from the Delaware Town Access, and I found a couple of fishing spots just north of there that I enjoy. And quite frankly, I'm tired of paddling upriver, so I was hoping to find a place where I could put in without having to paddle for 4 hours to get to my fishing spot. And so this little Wilson's Creek access off of, I believe it's Wilson Road. I believe there's another name. I believe it's ZC-W Farm Road. Is an option in my book. So we'll see how the James is from here to my fishing spot, and subsequently the end spot being the Delaware Town Access. So, oh, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Thanks.